Alright guys, food plot season's coming up. Everybody wants to know what's the best food source to ultimately hunt deer on. Is it acorns? Is it some natural food source? Is it this or is it that? Well, I'm here to tell you that I have a personal preference. A lot of guys love acorns during a certain time of year, but quite frankly the action is always sporadic. Are you on the right tree in that big large forest? You really just don't know. So if at all possible on my private parcel, I'm going to try and manipulate movement through the creation of a food plot. What kind of food plot am I going to create so that I can meet all the needs during every portion of the year, every month of the hunting season, and even after? Well, it's a combination of things. There's no one simple answer to this, this dilemma, guys. It starts in the spring and it's going to end in the fall when it comes to creating this special food plot. My personal preference is to start in the spring with a form of soybeans, a browse-resistant forage soybean. By planting that, you create a high protein food source through deer throughout the summer. Okay, you're not only helping fawn growth and basically allowing those does to replenish themselves after nursing and giving birth to these fawns, but you're also growing bigger bucks. Okay, with so many other things. I mean, ultimately you gotta replenish that deer's system after the winter. A long hard winter, deer's bodies are going to get worn down, and before that antler growth can start, the body needs to be back to where it originally was prior to winter, at least in a healthy state if anything else. So once that body's taken care of, the antlers start to grow. Soybeans, being a very nutritious high protein food source, are the quickest, most likely way to start ramping up that testosterone, which ultimately builds the antler growth and so many other things. So other than all that and other than all the science aside, they're extremely attractive. Where do you go in the summer to do your scouting? Bean fields. Early season hunting, where do you go? Bean fields. Where do you do your late season hunting? Bean fields. If you're looking to hunt at least a grain source late season, bean fields are extremely important. Okay, so now we're not only covering everything through the summer, getting those deer ready throughout the spring and into the summer and then into the early season, but now you got to find something in that in-between portion. Okay, what's going to be most attractive from, let's say, in my neck of the woods, late September to November-ish, give or take, and it's a blend of some sort. Why not create a buffet so that these deer have every single thing that they're going to want, and they're not going to have to go anywhere else? That blend's going to include purple top turnips, radishes, clovers, chicories, things that are going to come back in the spring, so you got to keep that in mind as well. Even when season's over, you still want these deer to stay healthy, because the faster that they bounce back, the faster that they can get back to antler production. So by putting a solid blend in from a reputable seed distributor, somebody that's not coating their seeds, putting all these other garbage things in there and not putting inert matter. Read the back of your bags, people. Make sure that there's not a high percentage of inert matter in your bag, because they're just selling you nothing. Seed is the only thing that grows, so anybody that's telling you anything different is a liar. But having a good green blend of clovers, chicories, purple top turnips, radishes, white daikon radishes, amongst other things, are really going to help you get through that middle portion of the season. You'll have a very attractive food source. You'll have everything you want from the early season to the mid-season to the late season, prior to season and after season, by making sure that you plant a nice forage soybean, planting a good blend of greens, like I said, including the radishes, turnips, chicories, and clovers, and ultimately you're going to cover that deer for 12. You're going to cover that deer's feeding patterns for 12 months, ultimately creating a healthier herd, allowing those bucks to get back into the antler production stage a lot quicker, and ultimately giving you a better chance at killing a big deer.